What does the roadmap for a promising future for Rwanda mean? This is a proposal for governance reform in Rwanda through a highly inclusive inter-Rwandan dialogue, co-written and submitted by Madame Victoire Umuhoza Ingabire and Maître Bernard Ntaganda to the Rwandan government in June 2021. The ultimate objective of the roadmap is to achieve essential and necessary reforms to establish the rule of law, respect for human rights and democracy, genuine national reconciliation that guarantee lasting peace, and to foster sustainable development and equal opportunity for all Rwandans. What is the genesis of the roadmap? The roadmap is a response to the political situations that have plagued Rwanda since the period of the monarchy until independence. During the 19th century, there was the Rukunchu coup d'etat, where the rightful king was ousted after a bloodbath. Since the mid-1950s, the Rwandan people have experienced recurring political problems because the ruling class tries to access and stay in power by any means. The consequences have been disastrous. In 1959, Rwanda experienced a revolution, but this forced some Rwandans to go into exile. In 1973, Rwanda experienced a coup d'etat, and other Rwandans went into exile. In 1994, there was an assassination of the Rwandan president and the resumption of war, which culminated in the genocide against the Tutsi. Thousands of Rwandans went into exile. After more than 2 decades of governance of the Rwandan Patriotic Front, RPF, we find that national consultations held in Urugwiro village from 1998 to 1999 to discuss the problems of national unity, democracy, justice, economy and security in Rwanda did not lead to the expected results. The promised democracy has turned into a political system that restricts political pluralism and civil liberties. Consequently, social and political grievances have been amplified in Rwanda. The idea that national reconciliation has been achieved is challenged by divergent opinions regarding a memorial for the victims of war crimes committed before, during and after the genocide against the Tutsi. This has depleted the social capital of Rwanda. The development program aimed at transforming Rwanda into a middle-income state by 2020 has not achieved its objectives. Inequalities and poverty remain a challenge for Rwanda. Over the past 20 years, the political landscape in Rwanda has changed. It includes new perspectives and dissenting voices inside and outside Rwanda. This indicates that there is a need to open the political space. Relations between Rwanda and its regional neighboring states have deteriorated over time. This has increased instability in the region, a situation that remains of concern. In this context, the roadmap proposes the reform of governance in Rwanda through a highly inclusive inter-Rwandan dialogue. Discussions during the proposed dialogue would focus on 4 themes considered as root and potential causes of instability in Rwanda and insecurity in the Great Lakes region. Political process, to debate and agree on the opening of political space in Rwanda. Reconciliation, to reach agreement on a national commemoration, paying tribute to all the victims, and to discuss the possibilities of decreeing amnesty for all the crimes committed in Rwanda. Rule of law, to restore respect for the constitution and the law in Rwanda. Sustainable development, to put in place mechanisms to fight against social inequalities in Rwanda. What are the expected outcomes of the roadmap? Facilitating governance reforms in Rwanda while safeguarding development achievements made and which can serve as a basis for sustainable development in Rwanda. Ensuring long-term security in Rwanda and contributing to the consolidation of peace in the Great Lakes region. Enabling voluntary and peaceful return of Rwandan refugees to their country. Making Rwanda a true model of reconciliation and development in the region and on the African continent. It must be highlighted that this roadmap is in line with the fundamental principles of Rwanda's constitution and the United Nations Strategy for Peacebuilding, Conflict Prevention and Resolution in the Great Lakes region, adopted in December 2020.